What if I told you that every night when you sleep, your consciousness isn't just resting, it's traveling? Have you ever woken up from a dream so vivid, so real, that for a brief moment you felt completely disoriented, questioning whether you were still dreaming? Have you ever experienced déjà vu, sensing that you've lived a moment before, even though it's impossible? Or maybe you've had sleep paralysis, where your body is frozen, but your mind is fully awake, sensing an eerie presence in the room. What if all these experiences weren't just tricks of the brain, but evidence that your consciousness is stepping beyond the physical world every single night? Science tells us that sleep is simply a biological function, a way for the brain to recharge and sort through memories. But ancient wisdom, real-life experiences, and even classified government research tell a completely different story. They suggest that sleep is far more than just rest. It's a portal. Today we're going to uncover the mind-blowing truth about what happens to your consciousness when you sleep. We'll explore ancient teachings that describe dreams as gateways to other dimensions, modern scientific discoveries that suggest consciousness exists beyond the brain, and declassified CIA experiments that prove people have used altered states of consciousness to access hidden knowledge. But most importantly, by the end of this video, you'll learn how you can wake up inside your dreams, explore other realms, and even take control of your consciousness while asleep. This is not just a video, this is an awakening. Stay with me, because by the time you reach the end, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. For thousands of years, civilizations around the world have believed that sleep is a doorway to other realms. While modern science views dreams as random brain activity, ancient cultures saw them as spiritual experiences, glimpses into higher dimensions, and messages from the universe. The ancient Egyptians believed that dreams were direct messages from the gods, containing divine wisdom and warnings about the future. High priests and pharaohs would consult dream interpreters before making critical decisions, believing that the dream world was just as real as the physical one. Some even practiced rituals to induce lucid dreams, where they could interact with gods and spirits while asleep. In Hinduism, sleep is considered a state of deep spiritual travel. The Upanishads describe the dream world as a realm where the soul, or Atman, temporarily disconnects from the body and moves freely across different planes of existence. This is the foundation of the astral body, a concept that suggests you are not just your physical form, but a multidimensional being capable of traveling beyond time and space. Tibetan monks have spent centuries perfecting a technique called dream yoga, an advanced practice where they train themselves to remain fully conscious even while dreaming. Unlike Western lucid dreaming, which is often about having fun and controlling dreams, dream yoga is about spiritual enlightenment. These monks believe that if you can remain conscious inside a dream, you are one step closer to realizing that waking life is also an illusion, just another dream you have yet to wake up from. What's fascinating is that these teachings, which date back thousands of years, align perfectly with what modern science is just beginning to discover. For decades, science has told us that dreams are just a byproduct of brain activity, random electrical signals firing as the mind processes memories. But new research is proving something far more mysterious. Lucid dreaming studies have shown that when a person becomes aware inside a dream, their brain activity mirrors waking consciousness. In a famous experiment, scientists monitored the brainwaves of lucid dreamers and found that their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and self-awareness, became active while dreaming. This suggests that the dream world is not just an illusion, but a real, interactive space within consciousness. Even more shocking are the thousands of documented cases of near-death experiences, NDEs. People who have been declared clinically dead, with no heartbeat and no brain activity, have reported floating above their bodies, watching doctors work on them, and hearing conversations in the room. Many have described traveling through a tunnel of light, encountering deceased loved ones, or experiencing an overwhelming sense of peace and interconnectedness. And here's where things get even stranger. Some NDEs match descriptions given by experienced lucid dreamers and astral travelers. Could it be that what we call dreams are actually glimpses of the afterlife? If consciousness can exist independently of the brain during near-death experiences, could the same thing be happening every time we sleep? This question was so compelling that even government agencies started investigating it. And what they found will blow your mind. For decades, the US government publicly dismissed the idea of psychic abilities, dream travel, and consciousness existing beyond the brain. They labeled it as pseudoscience, something for conspiracy theorists and science fiction fans. But behind closed doors, they were spending millions of dollars researching it. One of the most shocking government programs was the Stargate Project, a top-secret initiative dedicated to remote viewing, psychic espionage, and studying altered states of consciousness. The goal was simple but extraordinary: to train individuals to see events and locations thousands of miles away without ever leaving their physical bodies. Some of the test subjects, ordinary people with no prior experience, were able to describe highly classified military bases, ship movements, and enemy locations with stunning accuracy. Their ability to access information beyond time and space was so effective that the military used them for real-world intelligence gathering. The biggest bombshell came when declassified CIA documents revealed that this research extended beyond remote viewing. The US military was also exploring lucid dreaming, astral projection, and even time travel through consciousness. The Gateway Process, a training manual for leaving the body. One of the most mysterious documents ever declassified by the US government is the 1983 Gateway Process report, written for the US Army Intelligence and Security Command. This document describes a method developed by the Monroe Institute that allows individuals to alter their brainwaves, leave their bodies, and explore other dimensions of reality. According to the report, the human brain is like a receiver, tuning into different frequencies of consciousness. The Gateway Process used sound frequencies, known as hemisync, to synchronize the two hemispheres of the brain and induce altered states of awareness. Participants reported experiencing out-of-body experiences where they floated above their own physical form. Encounters with non-physical entities described as advanced intelligences beyond human understanding. Access to hidden knowledge as if they had tapped into a universal information field. Time distortions where they saw glimpses of future or past events. But perhaps the most chilling revelation from this document was the conclusion that reality itself might be a hologram, an illusion created by consciousness. The report suggested that with enough training, a person could escape the boundaries of space and time, proving that consciousness is not confined to the physical body. This research raises serious questions. If the government was investigating these abilities, what did they know that we don't? And more importantly, why would they invest so much money into something they claim isn't real? Now let's shift from what the government discovered to how you can access these altered states of consciousness yourself. We've all experienced dreams that feel shockingly real, the kind that leave you questioning whether you're still asleep or awake. But what if you could learn to wake up inside your dreams at will? What if you could use your dreams not just as random stories, but as portals to explore higher realities, gain wisdom, and even communicate with other intelligences? The ability to become aware while dreaming is called lucid dreaming, and it is the first step toward unlocking the true power of consciousness. Step 1. Mastering dream recall. Most people don't remember their dreams because their brains aren't trained to store dream memories. The first step to unlocking lucid dreaming is strengthening your dream recall so you can start retaining details from your sleep experiences. The best way to do this is by keeping a dream journal. The moment you wake up, before checking your phone or moving too much, write down everything you remember. It doesn't matter if it's just a color, a feeling, or a single word. Recording it trains your brain to take dreams seriously. Over time, you'll notice a dramatic increase in how much you remember, and eventually you'll start recognizing patterns in your dreams. Step 2. Reality checks. The key to becoming lucid. Lucid dreaming happens when you realize you're dreaming while inside the dream. But how do you trigger that realization? By performing reality checks throughout the day. Here's how it works. At random moments, ask yourself, am I dreaming? Then do a simple test. Try pushing your finger through your palm. Look at a clock and look away. In dreams, numbers tend to change. Or jump to see if you float. If you practice these habits in waking life, your brain will start doing them in dreams as well. The moment one of these reality checks fails, when your finger actually goes through your palm or the clock numbers start glitching, you'll instantly realize, wait, I'm dreaming. And that's when the real fun begins. Step 3, stabilizing the dream world. Most first-time lucid dreamers wake up within seconds of realizing they're dreaming. The excitement is too much, and the dream collapses. But experienced lucid dreamers know how to stabilize the dream and extend their time inside. One of the best methods is rubbing your hands together inside the dream. This keeps your awareness engaged with the dream world. Another technique is spinning in circles. This helps re-anchor yourself in the dream reality. If things start getting blurry, shouting increased clarity can instantly sharpen the details around you. Once you've stabilized the dream, you can start exploring. You can summon objects, fly, visit different locations, or even ask dream characters profound questions about the nature of reality. But lucid dreaming is just the beginning. Once you master it, you can move on to something even more powerful: astral projection. Lucid dreaming allows you to control your dream world, but astral projection is something else entirely. It is the ability to separate your consciousness from your physical body and explore higher dimensions. Many people who experience astral projection describe it as hyper-real, often saying it feels more vivid and detailed than waking life. Unlike dreams, where the environment can change at random, the astral plane feels stable, structured, and consistent. The vibrational state, the moment before you leave your body. The most common way people enter an out-of-body experience is through what's known as the vibrational state. This is a sensation of intense energy waves, buzzing, or vibrations that people report feeling just before their consciousness separates from their body. To practice astral projection, follow this method. 1. Lie down in a completely relaxed state and focus on your breath. 2. Keep your mind awake while letting your body fall asleep. This balance between wakefulness and sleep is key. 3. At some point, you may start to feel vibrations or hear a buzzing sound. This is the signal that your consciousness is ready to separate. 4. Instead of moving your physical body, imagine rolling out of yourself. Some people visualize floating upwards, while others imagine pulling themselves out. 5. If done correctly, you will find yourself hovering outside your physical form, fully aware. Those who have successfully achieved this state report seeing their sleeping body from above, moving through walls, and even traveling to distant locations or otherworldly dimensions. Some say they've encountered beings of light, ancient teachers, or even loved ones who have passed away. Could it be that every night when we sleep, we are already leaving our bodies, but simply don't remember? In Tibetan Buddhism, dream yoga is practiced as a path to enlightenment. Unlike Western lucid dreaming, which is often used for fun, dream yoga is a disciplined practice meant to train the mind for the afterlife. Monks believe that by learning to remain conscious in their dreams, they are also training to remain aware in death, navigating the afterlife with full control. Some monks claim they can visit the afterlife, communicate with spirit guides, and even access the past and future. The idea is simple. If you can wake up inside a dream, you can eventually wake up inside this reality as well. This is where modern science and ancient spirituality collide. For thousands of years, spiritual traditions have taught that what we call reality is actually an illusion. Hinduism calls it Maya, the great illusion that keeps us trapped in a false perception of the world. Quantum physics supports this idea, showing that reality is not as solid as it seems. Everything is made of vibrating energy, and particles behave differently when observed. Some scientists, like those who support the simulation hypothesis, argue that our universe is nothing more than an advanced simulation, much like a lucid dream. This raises the ultimate question. If reality is just another dream, what happens when we wake up from it? Many people who have had near-death experiences describe the moment of death as feeling exactly like waking up from a dream. They find themselves in a new reality, one that feels more real than anything they've ever known. If this is true, then death is not the end, but simply another awakening. If consciousness exists beyond the body, and dreams can be just as real as waking life, then what is stopping you from unlocking your full potential? Tonight as you sleep, you have a choice. You can remain unaware, lost in the illusion of dreams, or you can take control, wake up, and explore the hidden layers of reality. This is not just about dreaming. This is about waking up, both in your sleep and in your waking life. The question is, will you take the first step? If this video opened your mind, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Have you ever had an experience that made you question reality? Because next time, we're going even deeper.